Tropical update as of 7:30 a.m. PST, June 27th. We got a disturbance in the Western Caribbean, the Gulf of Honduras. In fact, um, it is right here. And it had kind of a span just offshore of Belize, and it will be crossing over the next couple of days into the Bay of Campeche, which we have some models that kind of do spin it up to into a weak system and head it towards Mexico. We still don't have tropical tidbits, so we don't really have that many models. But at this time in the morning, for some reason, but when we do have models, there's clearly some evidence that the system has some support for it. Here's last night's neighbor showing some development in the Bay of Campeche. Honestly, I agree with the 20%, the 10-20. And when I was looking at some vortices for GFS, the Icon, the ECMWF, it really does show it trying to get going in the Bay of Campeche. So it is worth watching, and we will be watching it as it moves westward into the Bay of Campeche. We got another little system right here, which is catching my eye, but we're going to run into shear. Very doubtful. Now we're going to look at our Invest 95. It's pretty good organized, has a well-defined LSC, but hasn't been consistent over the last few days. So ups and downs. Has a 50% in the next 2 days, 30% in the next 7. Let's take a look at it. Here's the LSC. Last defined in yesterday, I'd say. Convection to the north. I think this thing had a pretty likely to evolve once the share weakens. We can look at some models. ECMWF enablers, keep it offshore. Keep it in the tropical storm force range. There's a few that make it hurricane. GFS, about the same, keeps it off Mexico. Let's look at what do we got here. That's also ESMF neighbors. And so we do got a little bit of models for our Invest, at least. Keeps it off Mexico. Let's try to look some. Yeah. Really, Weather Nerds is a lot more limited compared to Tropical Tidbits, which really sucks. Here's HWRF. Let's see. I don't really use this very often, but anyway, let's loop it. And as you can see, I mean, it definitely takes its time. 72, 90, 90, 96. It actually explodes it after 96 and makes it a hurricane. I mean, look at that. That's pretty much my thinking too. I think this thing could become a tropical storm, but it will be after about 4 days. This thing will faster, but it's been doing that for the last 3 or 4 days and pushed back. That's not a good sign. But I still agree with the 90% long-term likelihood it becomes a tropical storm. It will probably stay just off Mexico. I wish I had let's see if these fuckers have gotten their shit together. No, it doesn't look like it. But anyways, I'd watch our talk, maybe a depression or we talk with Storm trying to form, but the chances are kind of against that right now. That's your topic update.